Hi everyone, it's Anna Wheaton here from Nudge Nudge Ink Inc. I'm popping on to show you a walk through our annual catalogue, which is retiring at the end of April. We have a new catalogue starting in May, which means that there are a lot of last chance products in here, which are significantly reduced, some up to 60%. So there's some great savings. Stampin' Up puts out a last chance products list, which puts lists all the products plus their original price and the percentage reduction. That's a bit heavy to go through, so I have marked out my catalogue and I'll take you through it page by page. If you check in the description below, I will put some time markers of where I reach certain parts of the catalogue. So if you don't want to go through the whole thing and you want to know about the reductions to the retiring colours, for example, just check there and that'll get you closer to that mark in the video. So what I'm going to do is switch you around so that you're looking at the bench where my catalogue is, and we'll start working through it. If you want to pause and grab your own catalogue so that you can mark it or grab a cuppa, please do. Okay, so you can see my catalogue there, and on the front I have marked that the sale begins April 9th, which is a Tuesday. Now you can hop online to order, or you can let me know what you would like to purchase. Now there are things in this catalogue that are reduced, and the reductions won't start till that day. There are things that are going to retire that will go quickly, and aren't necessarily reduced. So some of the things that we're losing that we're a bit sad about are very vanilla thick cardstock. That is not reduced, but it is retiring. Vellum also is going, and there are a few of the clear blocks that are going. So things like that are not marked down, so if you really want them, you might want to order them before April 9th. Another thing that is going, and we'll get to in the catalogue, are these in colours. So this set of in colours is retiring, and that means that everything that goes with them, such as paper, inks, refills, blends, etc., all of that is retiring. So those also go very quickly. I will get to what is reduced of those, but if you really want them, you either got to get in quick or you can order them ahead of time without the discount. Up to you. So just a word of warning. All right, Tuesday, April the 9th is the start. So let's just get into it because this is the full catalogue. It will take a little while to get through it. There also may be a couple of things that I've missed. It's a little bit confusing. People are finding some things are retiring completely, some things are shifting to online, some things you'll find in the new catalogue. So we'll do our best. All right, page 15, beautiful balloons. That is retiring. So the stamp set and the dies, plus that beautiful clear acetate with the confetti on it. It is 30% off, down to $11.02. If you see CO, you can read that. That's a carryover item, so we will be able to order that. Alrighty, so all the dies are on pages at the back, but I've got the information, I've put them here with the corresponding stamp set. So the carousel horse and its dies are both retiring. Now you know they come as a bundle, but each individual item is 30% off, so you're better off ordering those separately. So 30% off the stamp set, 30% off the dies. So that's a total of $72.40 instead of the bundle price, $91.75. So a lot of good savings like that. This one here, stamp set is retiring and is 20% off. The punch will carry over. That's that big circle punch. So $33.60 for that. Charming Sentiments is retiring. Now, I haven't written in about its dies. Let me just check that. Page 166. Sentiment Silhouette dies. Oh, 50% off. Just give me a moment. Cinnamon Silhouettes, 50% off, $30.50. There's a lot of dies and punches that are 50% off. Okay, this one, Lazy Days, that's retiring. The dies are 30% off, down to $42. Cherry, Sweetest Cherries, both are retiring. That has a coordinating punch. So 50% off the stamp set, 50% off the punch. So that is a bargain. That is $36 for the two of them. This one's retiring. This is cute. I don't have this. Seasonal Branches, 20% off, and the dies are 50% off. So this is $35.20 and this is $30. Dainty Delight, that's 50% off. It's $22. Its dies are also reduced. I remember that. They're 50% off. Dies are 50% off. $31.50. This, if I haven't got any marking on it, that means it's carrying over either to the catalogue or to online. Handmade Hugs is another punch one. Punch coordinating. Stamp set is 20% off and the punch is 30% off. So $27.20 and $27.30 for those. That's a lovely punch. Nature's Prince is retiring. Another one I've missed the dies on. It's retiring, so is Lighting the Way. Lighting the Way is the one that has that beautiful lantern die set. Natural Prints dies, 50% off. $32.50. So this one, the dies are reduced. The stamp set isn't. But if you're getting 50% off the dies, that's amazing. Okay, Lighting the Way. The stamp set is 60% off. So that's the biggest discounts. 60% off is the biggest reduction of anything in the sale. Dies are 50% off. So that would get you $43.40 for both of those. Lovely. Colour and Contour. It's 40% off. And its dies, the scallop contour dies, are $61. So they're not reduced. Let me just show you those if I can grab them. I've spoken to Early OPQR. Maybe I've got them out. They're just such a handy set of dies. I can't place my hand on them quickly. But they have these beautiful scallops. Okay, Sending Smiles, that is retiring and the dies are 40% off, $34.80. Pansy Patch is retiring, the dies are 50% off, $28. Super Cool, this one's 50% off, down to $17.50. That'd be a great one for teenagers, I reckon. Not that I'm a teenager. I could be wrong. So Refreshing. That stamp set is retiring. The dies are 50% off. Now, Les Shop Suite Collection. So obviously a suite. With a suite, you have an ordering number for the whole lot. But within that suite, there are things that are retiring. So the Designer Series paper, it's 50% off, down to $10.87. The sequins are 20% off, down to $9.20. The stamp set is retiring and it's reduced to $37.80. The dies are 30% off, $35.70. Sweet Citrus. Now this is one of the ones that goes with a hybrid embossing folder, which is an embossing folder that also fits the dies inside. So you run it through and you will emboss and cut at the same time. So the stamp set is 50% off. Beautiful, beautiful summer set. Just so fresh. And we've got some beautiful fresh colours too. The dies and the embossing folder are 50% off. So they're down to $29. So you would get that whole, so you would get a stamp set, folder and dies for $49.50. Ooh, I'm tempting myself. This set is 50% off, down to $21. That's carrying over. Two-tone flora, that both the stamp set and the dies are 50% off. $20.50 for the stamp set, $34 for the dies. Okay, lots of carrying over here. Pedal Park, this is retiring. I haven't highlighted it, but it is. It's 50% off. So it's a two-step stamp in that you've got you can stamp this and then stamp that over it to colour it, and it's the same with all the flowers. It coordinates with a punch, so the punch is staying around. Alrighty, so 50% off the stamp set, $20.50, but so if you like the punch and are going to regret later that you didn't get the stamp set, make sure you add that to your list. All right, Very Best Occasions. That is retiring at normal price. Apple Harvest is 50% off, $21. Cottage Wreath, this is a great one. So this was designed for year-round use. So it has spiders, it's autumnal, and then it has a bow and Merry Christmas. So you can use it for all sorts of things. So both the stamp set and the dies are each 50% off. So you would get that for a total of $51. That's pretty good. Season of Chic. Stamp set is retiring. Dies are also, and they are 50% off. Wonderful Thoughts. This is retiring as a bundle. So when we have a bundle that's new to a catalogue, you buy it at 10% off with the bundle price. If it carries over to a new catalogue, it's still available, but not at a bundle price. So if you like that one, if it's on your list, you might want to grab it in April so that you get your discounted price. Regal Reindeer is retiring. A beautiful Christmas set. It is 40% off and its dies are 50% off. So $25, $20 and $29. Brightest Glow. It's retiring. Its dies are 50% off. It's got a few good outline standalone dies. Let's just have a look at that one. Labels Aglow. I'll show you that while we're here. It's got, so in the picture it shows you these three label dies, but it's got these which just cut a whole bunch of holes in your paper, and are beautiful with your foil or your glimmer paper behind them. Okay, Little Chubby Bird, Perched in a Tree, stamp set 50% off, dies 50% off. So that would be $52 for the two of those. This one is retiring also, Ringed with Nature. This is another hybrid one. So your stamp set is 50% off. Then your dies and embossing folder together are 60% off. So $26. Celebrate with Tags, 50% off. So great Christmas one just for $20.50. Zoo Crew is retiring. I loved this paper with all the little animals on it. I'll get to the paper reduction when we get to the DSP. Zany Zoo stamp set is retiring. Not reduced, but the dies are 10% off. So they're $54. Some of the dies will cut out some of the animals too on the paper. I'm just pausing there because it's cute. This one, Bird's Eye View, I believe is a carryover. Hate Shuck. This is one for the swear jar. Nah, I have used that stamp. But I say to my team, if they say, I have it, but I haven't used it yet, they have to pay a fine. So that's me. Stamp set 40% off, dies 10% off. Okay, if you are wishing you'd bought your Easter sets for this year, you could get this one at a reduced price for next year. So it is the Easter Bunny set is 50% off. It has a coordinating punch that punches that little bunny out. and it is 30% off. So together, those would be $44.30. Bargain, because, you know, a punch is getting up there, you know, 30 or so dollars. Happy Labels, it's 60% off. Some great sentiments there. Its punch is carrying over. This stamp set's $16.80. If you like geese, know someone who's a silly goose, it's 60% off for $17.60. Taco Fiesta, this is one of $1 million sales stamp sets. So when a demonstrator reaches $1 million in sales, they get to design a stamp set. And this was Erica Serwin's. And she lives in Texas. And she designed this one. So it's sad to see it go. It's 50% off, $17. And Little Monkeys, the stamp set and the punch, they are retiring. So stamp set is 30% off, punch is 40% off. Biggest Wish, I'm surprised this is going, but it is. It's not reduced, but that is a great stamp set because you can choose either the block letters or the script or both. Hello Kiwi, 50% off. Share a Milkshake, 50% off for $17. So $17.50, $17. And Phrases for All is 50% off. Down to $18.50. I'm just pausing and looking at some of them that I don't have, going, So this would be beautiful for any little girl cards, little princess cards. Friendship Royalty, 30% off, $24.50. And then this baby set is also reduced. No, it's not reduced, it's retiring. Now, I've written dies there, but haven't written anything about them being reduced. Let me just check that. So stamp set is retiring without a reduction. Yep, maybe the dies are not reduced either. $1.58. Just bear with me a second. Have a sip of your coffee. Little Dreamers dies, retiring but not reduced, which is why I haven't written a reduced mark there. That little squirrel, a raccoon. That's a raccoon. Hello Ladybug. So the punch coordinating with this is 50% off and the stamp set is 60% off. So together those are $32.30 Australian. This is a really good reduction page, especially if you love punches. Happy Hedgehog, stamp set is down to $16. Punch is 50% off and it's $19.50. So $35.50 for those two. And this one, stamp set is 50% off, punch is 50% off. So same price as those. This one's carrying over, yippee. Everyday Thanks is 50% off and it's down to $20.50. By My Side, 30% off, down to $27.30. So this Countryside Inn, the embossing folder, which we'll get to at the back, is 30% off for $10.30. That's a bit hard to tell. That's that there. The stamp set and the dies are both retiring. Oh, there's the embossing folder too. In fact, I may have it here. I'm right, there it is. Countryside Blossoms. That's it there. That's a really pretty one. Okay, Lasting Joy is 50% off. This one is carrying over, but the bundle price will stop. So if you want the 10% off, you want to get that before the end of April. That's beautiful flowers. Quiet Meadow, We all love our flowers. Stampin' Up! Is always bringing out flowers because they are the best selling. So these flowers, or New Catalogue will have flowers. Quiet Meadow is 20% off and the dies are 50% off. Now let's have a look too there, that Meadow dies, 164. Because all they show there are these two have dies. So that's the Meadow one there. So lots of silhouette-y cutouts of flowers, which don't go around these flowers. They are standalone. So those dies on their own would be fabulous to add to a collection. They're 50% off. Timeless Arrangement and its coordinating dies are both retiring. Darling Details is retiring and the dies are 30% off. My ink pad's falling over. There's some nice frames in there. Just My Type, 40% off. It's $25.50. Earthen Elegance. So it's DSP, Designer Series paper, that's it there, is 50% off. Stamp set is 10% off, therefore it's 40-something, 40, 460, 41, I think 40. Dies are normal price, $61. This is carrying over. Hope and Prayer is 50% off. Places in the Heart is retiring without reduction. Time Together, that is retiring and its dies are also. That's that hourglass. I don't have this one either, but see how the images are sand? So we've got a sandy heart that you could fit in there. You've got sand falling through, that goes there. You've got the dribble of sand and then you've got the pile of sand down here. It's a really cool idea. And see there, that's a shaker card. I'm selling it to myself again. Country Bouquet. Stamp set is 60% off. Punch is 50% off. Everlasting Beauty is retiring. These two are carrying over. Let's Go Fishing. So the paper is retiring. I haven't marked the price here, but we'll get to it. This is retiring as a bundle, okay? It will be in the new catalogue, but not at the discounted bundle price. And I'm pretty sure that embossing folder is retiring. We'll get to that in that section. Pizza Lovers, Supremely Awesome, 50% off. So $23 for that stamp set. Science stamp set, 30% off. Construction Zone is retiring, but not reduced. Don't forget to look at the samples in your catalogue because they'll give you great ideas of how to get started with them. 50% off, down to $21. Sweet and Precious is 20% off, down to $36.80. Here's All That is retiring. Oh, now that has dies, which I haven't marked in here. Its dies, I know I can put my hand on those ones. Its dies have some good, all of those are standalone dies. You know, you've got some shapes and these fun patterns. Let me just check the list. All That dies, they're 50% off. How did I miss that? 50% off, $24.50. Okay, have a sip of your coffee while I highlight that. And I just have to wait exactly the right amount of time so I don't smear it. Oh, that worked. Okay, next page. Oceanfront, Scene Lovers, that's carrying over. Grassy Grove is retiring. Oh, here's another one where I haven't caught the dies. Let me just check that. Sip your coffee again. Grove dies. Grassy Grove. Grove dies. It's not on the, maybe the, Now I'm not sure about that. The Grove dies are not on the list. and I'm not sure whether they're carrying over or not. I haven't marked them there. I guess they might be staying around just as the dies. That's weird. Wild and Sweet with our beautiful koala is retiring. Now Reach for the Stars. Stamp set is retiring. Dies are 30% off. The paper is retiring. I think the holographic paper is carrying over, but I'm not 100% sure. That's not much help to you, I realise. The Ride On stamp set is retiring, and the dies are 2, and I've missed that one. Page 164. It's not there either. Okay, that doesn't make sense. I'll double check that the stamp set is retiring. I may have just gone and got... Oh, maybe it's not. Fun on Wheels, Legendary Ride. I may have that wrong. I'm not sure about that one. If you're interested in it, let me know and I will check for you. On the Ocean is retiring, 50% off, and the dies are 50% off. So you would get that bundle for $52. It's a great one too. Beside Me will carry over. Fun on Wheels, that is retiring, and the dies are normal price. Crafting With You will carry over. So that is a great one for all of us because it's got the crafty images. It will retire at the bundle price. Enjoy the Rhythm is 50% off. Brood For You is retiring. It has no one I've missed, 162. Brood dies. Oh, they're 50% off. Brood dies, $21. Level Complete for your gamers is retiring. Inked and Tiled. So this one coordinates with punches, a set of 2 punches, and they're 30% off for $49. Stamp set is normal price. In the Moment is 50% off, down to $21. That was a very popular set. That's carrying over. Go To Greetings, that is retiring but not reduced. That is a very useful set because it has the same sentiment in 4 different fonts. So Happy Birthday, Happy Birthday, Happy Birthday. That's 3 fonts. 1, 2, 3. 4 sentiments. Bottled Happiness is retiring and it is 50% off. Hang on. Its punch is definitely reduced and I'm not sure what I've done here. I think that's the punch reduction by the looks of it. Page 98, Bold Happiness. Yeah, that is reduced at the normal price and the punch is 50% off. Bold Bouquet is 40% off and the dies are 50% off. Wildlife Wonder, 60% off. That one's probably not as popular here in Australia because we don't get a lot of grizzlies. Is that a grizzly or a brown bear? It's all in the snout, I believe. Scenic Wonders, 50% off. Seaside Bay, 50% off, and the dies are 50% off. So you would get that beautiful bundle, $53. Gorgeously Made, that is retiring, and the dies are 10% off. The paper is retiring too, we'll get to that. Vertical Blooms, 50% off. Days to Remember, 30% off. So $17, $21. Coffee with Friends is carrying over because we all love our coffee. Marvelous Nature, 50% off. Botanic Layers, I beg your pardon, 50% off. your path awaits 50% off. I've been eating Easter eggs and it's reminding me. Love for you. The stamp set is 50% off and the dies are the same, 50% off. So 30, 45, 50 for that bundle, which you would order separately. Don't use the bundle price. You won't get the reduction. Oh, there isn't a bundle price anyway. Yes, you would have to order those separately. Sea Turtle is carrying over. Enchanted Butterfly, 50% off, down to $21. Daisy's bundle price is no more, alrighty, at the end of April. So if you like this and you want to get that 10% off, you need to order it in April. Same with Beauty of the Deep. It will carry over, but not with the bundle price. Waves of Inspiration, 50% off, down to $20, and the dies are 50% also. So $50.50 if you bought the two of those, or if you have one of them and want the other one. Artistically Inked, 30% off, down to $29.40. The dies are 50% off, down to $30.50. I'll show you those dies. $162. I'm showing you these because look at that. Those two dies that are standalone dies are beautiful. I love that. Prized Plants, 50% off. Softly Sketched is 50% off, down to $21. Now this one I couldn't find any mention of the dies retiring, and they are, so the stamp set is 50% off. The dies are sort of standalone. But again, this one, see, so that's them. So I don't know whether they're carrying over like that. They certainly could. They're all bits that you could use. They might be going online. Alphabest is retiring, and its punch, which punches this little label, is 50% off. This is staying around. This is our Angel Policy stamp set. So if you wanted to sell cards, you would put copyright Stampin' up on the back. Background stamps. So you can see all of those, except for that one, are retiring. Berry Harvest, 50% off. In the Stars, 30%. Rays of Light, that is so handy behind images. Spiral die, a bit like a tie-dye, 50% off. And the tiles are 50% off. And then over here, Snow Crystal is 50% off. Perfectly Detailed is 60% off. Okay, now we're getting to the inks. So the In Colour collection is here, and that's what's retiring. So things like cardstock are not reduced, right? They'll sell those, no problem. These are the colours. Then when you get to the other things, there's a mixture of reduction. All of the stamp pads are reduced by 30%, down to $11.02 instead of $15.75. All the refills, all the refills are retiring, but they vary in prices. So see, this is 30% off, 20% off, and then full price. I think that just depends purely on how much stock they have left. And then the Stampin' Blends, the alcohol markers, you've got 50% off these three, 1, 2, 3, try not to make a rude sign. 40% off, $10.50, 10% off, $15.75. These will go quickly, all right? So you want, if it's just cardstock you might even like to put an order in now. If you desperately want them, you might like to order them before the reductions happen because they will go quickly. They always do. Right. There are reductions on this page too, which are probably not as significant for many people. There were things like cardstock assortments and 12 by 12 in the new core colours. So when we had our colour change, there's a list of the colours there. This is a stamp pad bundle that's 40% off. And then this is a Stampin' Write marker assortment price, and that's reduced also. The same with, that's the In Colours assortment packs too, okay? A4 12 by 12 ink pads. Okay, now packaging. Oh, okay, right. Cellophane bags. Sorry, I just wanted to check there. We've got, there are different cellophane bags which are actually cellophane envelopes. These are bags with an open top. They are retiring, clear cello. These treat bags are 50% off, $8.75 for 25 bags. These treat boxes are now $7, 50% off. And then vellum, I've got my little... Vellum is going. See, as someone pointed out, vellum is not something we go through at a great rate. We tend to use a small bit of it each time on a card. So we're not buying loads and loads of packs. So I imagine it's disappearing. It may appear again later on in a mini. Specialty papers, basically everything but those two. So 1 and 3 are not retiring, but everything else is. You've still got 50% off things. So there's white center specialty paper. So if you tear it, it will appear white inside. Rose gold is retiring. Rose gold foil, but silver is coming back. Textured 12 by 12 in shaded spruce, balmy blue and white is 50% off. More Dazzle, it's number 6, that's this one, is retiring. Soft Shimmer is 30% off. The In Colour textured specialty paper is 50% off. In Colour 12 by 12, that's a luster, is 50% off. And the Distressed Gold, this one, is retiring without reduction. All right, Designer Series paper. Now, to my understanding, those are carrying over. I'm just being a bit vague because it is a little confusing, this changeover. Delightfully Eclectic is 50% off. That's that big 48 sheet pack. 50% off Earth and Elegance, Fresh as a Daisy, Glorious Gingham, that's a 6x6. Inked Botanicals, Let's Go Fishing, and Les Shops. All of those are 50% off. 50, 50, 50, 50. All right, all of those are 50% off. This is the 6x6 in the 2 in colours, in those 4 patterns. This is the 6x6 in the main colour families, Brights, Neutrals, Regals and Subtles. And they vary. Brights is just retiring. Neutrals is retiring at 50% off. Regals is 50% off. Subtles is 30% off. Gold Celebrations, I mentioned that one at the beginning, it's 30% off. So that is your acetate, 3 sheets of acetate in splashy confetti type patterns. And here's another vellum offering. This is Vellum Basics that has patterns on it, 40% off, down to $10.50. Memories and More, those 2 packs, they're both 50% off. So those are the cards and ephemera. These are the envelopes and cards. Basic White, 3x3 inch. Those are the little square envelopes. They're retiring. Craft note cards and envelopes. Those are the ones that come in a box. They don't come in a box. They come with a box. You have to assemble the box. Okay, Very Vanilla medium envelopes are retiring. Very Vanilla note cards and envelopes are retiring, 20% off. Stampin' Emboss powders those are reconfiguring. They'll be back. Heat and Stick powder, that is retiring, 40% off, down to $6.30. And then these 2 lots of masks. So that's these ones here. And these ones. These are 50% off. Iridescent shaker circles. I love these. 10% off, $11.02. Round and square brads are 50% off. Loose daisy embellishments are 50% off. So those are the little, that you can use those in shakers or you can glue them on. I thought no, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so on the embellishment page, there's a few things going. So each of these, so if you work visually, 1, 2, 3, 4, description, 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 description. So the descriptions are underneath the column, alrighty? So this is the top description. That one is 50% off, iridescent pastel gems. These two, 50% off, 10% off. Solid gems and festive pearls. In-colour pearls and iridescent rhinestone basics. I love those. They're the ones I keep saying I wish they'd just bring them. This is the reason. If they just brought them out, a packet of the tiny ones. We don't want those big ones, just those. Then you wouldn't have to retire them. 30% off. Rustic metallic adhesive backed. Those are great. I've just done a kit. Oh, sorry. I've just done a kit of those with the tools. So they're a good one, a good masculine one, the trusty tools, which is carrying over. So you could buy those. Classic matte dots, 50% off. Brush metallic dots, 50% off. In colour dots, 50% off. Opaque ovals, 50% off. Oh, I beg your pardon, they're not 50% off. They're just going. Pastel adhesive backed sequins. Gilded leafing is 50% off. Those are. And so are the shaker domes for the vintage bottle. We'll get to the punch shortly. Gilded leafing, that's wonderful stuff. I've got a video on that. It lasts you forever. I'm not surprised. People probably have stopped buying it because they're still using the pack that they've got. Now, ribbons, basically all of those. Things like every colour in this textured ribbon, in the in colours, is retiring. So one of the ones I'll miss is the black and white gingham. We still have the cream, the black and cream gingham. It's a bit bigger. So I'll definitely get some of that. So herringbone, 50% off. Balmy blue and white variegated, 50% off. Balmy blue and white stitched, 40% off. Pool party, 50% off. Real red and garden green, 10% off. Night and navy, 50% off. Textured ribbon, 50% off. Real red and burlap, 50% off. Misty moonlight, 20% off. Black and white gingham, 50%, 10% off. Sheer ribbon combo pack is not reduced. And more over here. Lost Lagoon, 10% off. That's carrying over. All 5 of these, they're the really thin mini metallic woven ribbon, are all 50% off. So down to $7.87. That's staying. Silver threaded twine, 50% off. Natural wavy trim, going. Elegant trim, that's silver and gold, going. And the jute trim is going. Okay. Punches. I'll go through the punches just in case there's someone who's just come. I'm only here for the punches. This pair of punches, 30% off for $49. Little Monkey Builder, 40% off for $23.40. Not much left on this page. Country Bouquet, 50% off. Lasting Label, 50% off. Dragonflies, 50% off. So all 3 of those down to $19.50. Bunny Handmade Tag, 30% off. Both of those down to $27.30. 50% off the cloud. That is the handiest thing for scenery. I've just done a couple of videos where I've used that as a mask and brushed through it with a blending brush to create clouds. Double Oval is also retiring. Decorative Circle is retiring. I'm just flicking through to see if that's reduced. I assume not. 148. I just may have missed it. Decorative Circle, yeah, not reduced, that one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of those are 50% off each. So they're all down to $19.50. And remember, there was significant reduction of the stamp sets for each of those too. Although this one doesn't have a stamp set, I'm pretty sure. It did, but not anymore. This is staying. Very Best Trio. Those are little, that's a sort of a triangular punch that does 3 different things. It's 50% off. The vintage bottle is 50% off. And the Best Label, that little one, is down to $15. 50% off. These are the blocks that are going. So block A is this little one. Block G, I don't have one of those round here, but it is a sentiment block. It's a very handy size, Stampin' Up. Not sure, like if I wanted to, it's a great size for sentiments like that. And block I, it's quite a biggie. It's 15 centimeters long. Don't know why I haven't highlighted that. And then the storage caddy for the blocks is going also. Now, I'll just flick through here. So if you wanted to, you could do a screenshot and zoom in. But we've covered these ones through the rest of the catalogue. So get my hands out of the way. So all of these coordinate with a stamp set further back in the catalogue. But you see 10%, 30%, 30, 50, 50, 30% off. And these 3. 50% off, 10% off. Then we have some die sets here. So we've covered all that. Artistic. Aspen Trees, that's a standalone set, 50% off. Basic Borders, 40% off. Brilliant Backgrounds, 50% off. And we've covered Brood. We've covered those. Cracker and Treat Box, 10% off. Dainty Delight, we've done that, 50% off. There's the hybrid. Dots and Spots, 60% off. This is a long video. Give It a Whirl, that was standalone. It did come with a stamp set originally, but now this is the only thing in the catalogue. But that's for those little spinner cards. And then but it's also got really good elements like these clouds and stars. Gorgeous Garden Background. There's that lantern from Lighting the Way. Other ones we've covered the coordinating stamp set. Here's, these 2. Paper Florist dies, which I will never get rid of. 10% off. Patchwork Pieces is retiring. Petal Patterns, 50% off. I don't have those ones. There's Scallop Contours. I did try and find mine of those, but that's just a handy set even without the flowers. Those are with stamp sets that we've covered. Ignore highlight there, I've said. Stitch with Whimsy is going. That's the one that does the little wiggly trail of dotted lines to frame an image. Tailor-made tags. We've covered those with stamp sets. Two-tone Flora. Not sure whether we've mentioned that with the stamp set. Embossing Folders. So Cascade Ruffles, 50% off. Countryside Blossoms, 30% off. Elegant Eucalyptus, which is 2 skinny ones, 50% off. Merry Melody for music lovers. Geometric Patterns is 50% off. Painted Posies is 50% off. Quatrefoil Tiles, 30% off. Raindrops, 50% off. Stripes and Splatters, not reduced, but going. Time Worn Type, that's a must-have. That's just sort of a nondescript texture. 30% off. And Twisted Rope, 30% off, down to $12.25. These are the two hybrids that we've already covered in the catalogue, but that one's 50% off. That one is 60% off. And the last thing in here are the two Stampin' Rewards sets. These cannot be bought. These have to be claimed through Stampin' Rewards. But if you want them and you spend enough, you can have them. Okay, that's it. That's 50 minutes. So remember, please, that this begins Tuesday, April the 9th. If you would like to order, there'll be a link in the description below to my online store, or you can contact me about what you would like to order, and I can look after you. There was also a video about the mini catalogue. The sale for that begins on Tuesday, April the 9th as well. So I hope this video was helpful, despite the fact that it was very long, in giving you a bit of an idea of the bargains. Thank you for watching, and please, if I can help you, let me know. Bye.